Kayla, let's start here with your grain products.
Okay, so we found that you were a little bit deficient in the grain products. As your male and your age, they recommend 8 servings a day, which seems like a lot, I know. So in day 1, we found that you had 5 servings of the 8, and then the second day only 1.5 servings. So an example of a serving size would be like a slice of toast. So I know it's a lot of grains to intake. A lot of people don't like to eat that many grain products, but if you could just increase maybe it by a little bit, that was your most efficient food group. So your carb energy level was 44% of what they recommended to be a day.
If you look here, this is just the analysis over the 2-day average of the percentages of where you were standing in regards to all these categories here. So we'll refer to this every now and then.
So what we recommend is maybe introducing more grain products into your diet, such as I noticed in your first day you had an omelet. Maybe you could introduce a piece of toast with that, or oatmeal for breakfast, or even because you had a lot of protein for dinner, you could introduce maybe whole grain pasta or whole grain rice into your diet just to add a little bit more carbs. But your carbs have been proven to affect energy, weight control, heart health, and improved digestion. So they do have quite a few health benefits to consuming them.
Okay, the second group that you were deficient in was your fruit and vegetables. On day 1, you had 6 servings out of the recommended 8 to 10 for your age and gender. And also on day 2, you had 4.5 out of the recommended 8 to 10. So an example of a serving size would be like a piece of fruit, like a whole fruit, like an apple or an orange, the Tangelo, which I've tried, or like half a cup of fresh vegetables. So although your servings were low, you met most of your dietary recommendations for vitamins and minerals. So if you want to have a look here, so like your vitamin B12 and your vitamin C, everything was pretty up high standards in regards to the recommendations. Your dietary fiber was low, so by increasing the number of servings will increase your fiber intake. We would recommend maybe like sweet potatoes or spinach in addition to your meals to meet the serving requirements and provide you with more fiber. Fruit and vegetables also, obviously they have a lot of vitamins, so you're fighting diseases and illnesses, so if you increase this even more, then you'll be able to fight off any illnesses.
Okay, so then we had your milk and alternatives. You're recommended to have 2 servings a day, and you were doing 1 of 2 each day. So your calcium intake was high, though. Your calcium intake was 104%, so it was over the recommended that you're supposed to have, which is good considering you only had 1 serving per day. That was over the 2 days. It was 104%. So although you were low in servings, you were still receiving adequate mineral intakes. So if you were to integrate snacks in between meals, such as yogurt, cheese, anything like that, then you'll be able to meet the requirements. And also if you add cheese to your diet, it lowers the pH in your mouth. So that means that you're at a lower risk for cavities because it reduces the acidity of your saliva.
Yeah. And last we have your protein. Day 1, you had 4 servings of the recommended 3, and as well as the same thing as day 2, which puts your protein energy levels at 151%. The serving of a piece of meat would be the palm of your hand, just like for a rough guide. So if you have too much protein in your diet, it can increase your cholesterol. Your cholesterol is at 58%, and it can reduce brain and liver function. So what we would recommend is, since you incorporated egg whites into your omelet, we would just recommend maybe just using 2 whole eggs, because egg whites have so much protein in them that that's what jacks up your protein intake there. But overall, your diet is really great, and like obviously you cook your meals at home and everything. There's just the one process high density food, which is the pizza, the McCain's pizza. But we all understand, like, you gotta make do, but overall your diet is great, so don't, like, we're just giving you the info of everything. And like, I'm pretty sure if you were to do a diet analysis on us, like, we wouldn't meet half these expectations. But
yeah,
it is, this is what they recommend, so we're just telling you of where you stand at.
So we also calculated your BMI, do you know that?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was 29, and that's based on your weight and height for your age.
Right.
So this puts you at a moderate risk for disease. However, muscle does weigh more than fat, so you seem to lead a pretty healthy lifestyle. So the recommendation for your BMI for calories per day is 2,043 calories per day. So that's how many you can have. That's a lot of calories, yeah. So on average between the 2 days, you consumed 1,818 calories. So that was between the 2 days. So the 2,000 calories per day is a good level of calories as long as you're working out or being active. And if you were to become less active, this calorie intake would be too high. So we'd have to reassess your BMI to see what would be healthy for the lifestyle you were leading. So if you were to consume the 2,000 calories on a low active diet, it would put you at a high risk for disease because you're consuming 2,000 calories, but you're not working out or leading the active lifestyle. So.
And finally, just to conclude everything, your water intake, we just have it at 45% here. So if you are continuing with your active lifestyle and everything, we'll make sure that you're staying hydrated so that you can be able to perform and your body stays hydrated throughout everything. Do you have any questions for us or anything, or did you learn anything new, or were you surprised by anything?
I guess probably just the vegetable fruit serving.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but like we said, like you're meeting most of your vitamin intake recommendations. So everything that you are eating, it's full of nutrients. Like the rapini, we found like the rapini, the meatless chicken had a lot of nutrients in it.
And the red peppers.
And the red peppers and everything like that. So everything that you are consuming, it's nutrient rich, so which is good. So it's not like you're wasting any calories or anything like that. Well, thanks for coming with us, Sean.
No problem.
Seeing
No
you
problem.
again. Thank you.
Well.